So Hillary Clinton released more of her medical records. No, she didn't. She had another letter from a doctor. These are not medical records. These are letters from doctors. That's what Trump did. He had a guy write a letter in 5 minutes. There you go. Here's my doctor letter. Here you go. Hillary Clinton, same thing. So she just released a little bit of a longer one, and Sanjay Gupta is here to weigh in on it. And here's what Sanj has to say about her new release. Ready?
Yeah, I agree with how Brianna just assessed that. We are looking at something that's pretty similar to what her doctor, Dr. Bardak, released in July of last year.
So pretty similar to what she's already released. No real new information. Here's what he has to say. Here's the new part.
It's jumped. It was 69 before. It's 159.
That's her cholesterol.
I don't want to speculate on what that means. Sometimes it could be as simple as if it was a fasting blood taken versus non-fasting blood taken. It's a question I certainly would ask them. And then there's a little bit more of a description of what happened with regard to this pneumonia and this diagnosis. She ended up having a CT scan, we know, on Friday. To try and make this diagnosis. That CT scan of her chest is what revealed this pneumonia, and she's on an antibiotic. The antibiotic is Levaquin, typically taken for about 10 days, and it sounds like, again, according to Dr. Bardak's note, that she's responding well to that and doing well. But again, this is certainly not a release of medical records by any means. This is very similar in some ways to what we got July of last year. There may be more coming. It's a little bit unclear, but those are sort of the highlights, Jake.
So she's still not released medical records, according to the Goop. The Goop says this doesn't really give you anything. It's pretty much what you released last time. So here's what I'm saying. Why isn't the press demanding she release her medical records? Why isn't the press demanding that she release her medical records to a third party? And a third-party medical professional will decide if she's fit to serve or not. Why wouldn't you do that? Why not give it to the Surgeon General and have the Surgeon General look it over and say what they... Meaning you can keep your privacy. You don't have to release your records, even though everybody made John McCain do it. You don't have to release your records, even though they want Mitt Romney to release his psychological record. You don't have to release your record. All you have to do is you give them to another doctor who's going to look them over and make a determination if what your health is. Is your health... Are you an A? Are you a B? Are you a C-? Are you fit to serve? Are you healthy for a 68-year-old? Are you healthy for someone who's had brain trauma when they're 68? So I don't know. I know why the press isn't demanding it, because the press in America is horrible. Because the press in America is bought by the people they're supposed to be investigating. And Hillary Clinton's biggest donors own the people who are supposed to be investigating Hillary Clinton. And that's what's wrong with this. And that's why I'm not voting for Hillary Clinton. I'm voting for Jill Stein, because we got to get out of this two-party system. Ron, what did you think about her not releasing her medical records and the Gupta kind of giving his assessment?
I think that, and this is kind of what you said about the press, that they're just, Donald Trump has made a fun spectacle out of this with his Dr. Oz circus that's going to be happening and stuff like that.
We covered that in another video.
And so this is just more of that. They're expanding the horse race by no one's actually releasing anything. This is a symptom of the cable news cycles have 24 hours to fill, and they don't know how to fill it because they're not really investing in true investigative journalism.
Wouldn't it be great if they did demand that she release her medical records to a third-party doctor or a board or something, or she would have some kind of a third independent third party look at her records? Because that's, we've talked about it on here. Once you start lying about your health, and you won't stop lying about your health, it's okay for us to speculate, which is why I had to, why are they lying? If it was just pneumonia, would they speculate? Maybe it's something worse, like Parkinson's. So it's okay for us to speculate now because they're lying. So, and then they released his new medical, and it's nothing. And did you hear the Goop? You hear the Goop saying, no, this is basically what they gave us last year. There's nothing. These aren't medical records. This is a letter from a frickin' doctor. So more BS, more obfuscation, more lack of transparency on the Clinton administration. Get ready for 4 more years of this. If she doesn't have Parkinson's, if she does, she'll have to resign, and then Tim Kaine takes over. Someone even further to the right of Hillary. Way to go, Democratic Party.